I should say, that's the right thing, right? I'm not at my other meeting, I'm sorry.
Please take roll call.
Roll call.
Mr. Dilton, Ms. Jones. Mr. Toth. Mr. Salzar. Here. Mr. Uzelak. Here. Attorney Cassell. Here. And moi, you have
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh. What do
We're on the agenda,
got?
approve the agenda, and then we'll go to the hearing.
The agenda needs a very small change. It's under A.
Okay.
And we'll pass, yeah. That last word declaratory needs to be followed by the words resolution and then in parentheses projects. No, it's declaratory resolution land.
Real quick, Mr. President, I'll make a motion to approve the June 11, 2026 board agenda.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And then with the,
No.
go ahead.
And the change should be declaratory resolution land.
Is there any discussion on that? No,
Need a motion on that.
so motion to approve.
I'll move to amend the agenda to add subparagraph A, declaratory resolution land, in addition to this declaratory resolution projects.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, ayes have it. Right, no problem, we're good. And you're fine.
and then we will cover the hearing.
Okay. So then, that,
Yeah, you do amend that, the hearing, get the hearing.
okay.
So that's,
I think we still have to approve the whole board agenda. We did the amendment, but I think we still need to approve the agenda.
No, we did that.
We did the whole.
We did that.
Yeah, we did that.
But do you need a resolution to open the hearing?
We do. Open the hearing on preliminary determination and proposed declaratory resolution.
So somebody needs to move on what Lou just said.
Do we have a correction for that?
I'll make that motion, Mr. President, and recommendations are from.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the hearing, the floor is open to any suggestions or anything, especially from, we have nobody here, so there obviously won't be any statements from the public. If there are any from the board, let us know here. Otherwise, you can do.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
Well, there being no statements concerning the resolutions, we can move to close the hearing and then move on each of the resolutions.
So we're making a motion to close right now. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, there are three resolutions. You have declaratory resolution projects. And that's a joint resolution. There's only two resolutions. The first is declaratory resolution projects, declaratory resolution lien. So we just need one motion to approve that.
Okay. Do we have a motion for the first, what was it again, Lou?
Declaratory resolution projects and then
Okay.
declaratory resolution land, and they're combined.
Which numbers are
So
those?
that's
Yeah,
A.
Lou, will you identify by the
A.
number?
So,
Uh,
Is it 2026, 08, 07?
You have 7,607 is the land. and-
07 is done. 07 is the first one.
07 is the
Then
first,
we'll do the second.
and 08 will be the second one. Okay, that's why I just wanted to make sure. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Mr. President, go ahead.
Is there a motion to accept 2607 and 2608?
So,
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Any discussion?
Jim, is there anything you want to discuss on that?
Well, this is what establishes the amount, correct, Lou? I gotta go.
Yes, now, before we go any further on this, the one that came from TAP needs some corrections on it. We're gonna have to back up again. Both of them, actually. I'm looking for the darn thing. Well, no, it's to me, you see where it says June 11th throughout?
Yeah.
It should be May 14th. So June 11th throughout both resolutions should be May 14th.
Okay.
14th of 2026.
Yes, in other words, it should be referring back to the last meeting and not this meeting.
All right, Mr. President, I'll withdraw my motion and amend my motion to, amend our resolution of 2026-07 and 2026-08 to amend to, state on May 14th of 2026.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any further discussion?
71.
Thank you.
Lou, you good?
It's good.
Yeah, perfect.
So anyway, this is for, at the last meeting, we had the list of projects we've shared, we've talked about it, which is close to $5 million, I don't know. And we're asking for $30 million. What'll happen after you adopt all these resolutions, then I will send up to get on the council's July agenda, which is July 14th. And because they will have to adopt an ordinance if they approve. And it will take 2 readings, and it can work a number of ways. They could not put it on the agenda. If they put it on the agenda, it will require 2 readings. They could do the first reading at the July meeting and then suspend rules and do the second reading, or they could do the first reading and do the second reading in August. And I can't tell you, I don't have a clue how that's gonna play out right now, but that's the scenario. And if they do take it up, there's 3 things that can be done by the council. They could say, no, we're not gonna do this. They could say yes, as it is, or they could say yes, but we want a lesser amount of money. I mean, that's been done. They can't say yes and more money. It is yes or less, or no, or yes, this is great. Been talking to council, Chris has got it at 50-50. I don't know where I have it. People have been, couple have been, I haven't been able to get a hold of for one reason or another. Somehow there's something called a data center that's getting everybody riled up down South County. Distracting from us. And,
It's been approved already, by the way, too. And the battery storage.
So anyway, I don't know, but that's gonna be the process. It has to go to the county. If it wants, and if you approve this, or if it wants, then it goes to the county, and they're the ones that have to do it. The commissioners will sign off, but they have no authority beyond signing and agreeing, because that's part of the process.
Yeah.
And then, I think, and I've shared the timeline. So it could be that sometime in September or thereabouts, we would be selling bonds, with, if everything goes well. And if that were the case, I still don't see anything really starting until next year. I mean, let's just talk. By the time we do engineering and other stuff, it just takes time. And that's what we would really look at, priorities, and we pretty much have priorities in our head, but things happen and things change. So, and we're still waiting on some numbers from people. Some things may get pushed out there. So So anyway, that's kind of where we're at in terms of the process.
Is there any value in having a board member stay with you to the council meeting? I'm guessing not really, but.
Well, you can, I mean, it's gonna happen at the study session. That's where be most of the questions. And hopefully, as has been with some, it's even beforehand in personal conversations. And, you know, at least 3 members are supportive, okay? And I think all the council is supportive of the parks. It's becoming a math problem. I mean, because of SEA 1 and everything else, it is strictly a math problem. And that's just the long and the short of it. But what I've been asking, and it's been hard, even though supportive, to say, come in, let me sit down with you and talk. I mean, that really, I hate doing it through, I mean, I sent emails of all this stuff, I gave them hard copies, but I don't, first, I want to sit down and look at, we're going to talk and work out the problems and have a conversation and discuss it. And that's what's been the difficult. Because they're all busy. I mean, I get it. And it may not become an issue till I get it. So they really have nothing to act on yet until tonight, and then it goes up and has to get on the agenda for an ordinance. And the ordinance is written, Jimmy Shanahan wrote the ordinance for it. We're sending it up, and we're gonna have, I will send it to Randy Niemeyer, to Christine, and to Tori, and it'll be like, please put us on the agenda and see if they agree. The board, the council president could say, no, it's not going on the agenda. So, I mean, technically Randy could say the same thing. I don't think we do that. They really want more time to discuss.
Or they might be thinking, they might throw it back in the laps and say, let's wait till all the new council members come in too. You gotta look at it that way too, just to throw it out
Yeah,
there.
I know.
They might go, hey, you know what? And again, they might not, I mean.
We'll find out.
Yeah, it's a whole different breed.
Yeah, and for my own personal thing, it's like, okay, keep going. And if for whatever reason this doesn't get passed, then we just regroup and we do little things the best we can and keep moving us along and build the consequences thereof.
I just need to see them.
But we'll find out.
That's not there yet.
And then there are options, you know, talk about a remonstration, but then we have to get on the ballot. And that, I think, would be a huge slug. And Chris would have a lot of work to do to get that done. Just letting you know.
Yeah, appreciate that. And the average person is not gonna understand it. They're, that's just, all they're gonna think is their taxes.
Exactly. It's easy to vote against a raise in tax. Very easy. So you're welcome to come. I don't know. Yeah, I often wonder, I think the council, like all of us, responds better to one-on-ones and discussions. And things come up in the study session sometimes, and we're very forthcoming, very transparent, and they appreciate that. So they think we're doing a great job. And I told them we could do better, but we need money. That's just real logic. Yep.
All right, so any further discussion? I think you explained it pretty well. You got a motion and a second on the floor?
Yeah.
All right, so all in favor?
I,
Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. And have fun with that one.
Is there anything else? Now what, Lou? Is that it?
Pretty sure, yes. That's it.
Okay.
So that covers everything, see? Or we just probably on the,
No, you did B and C,
okay.
right, Lou?
yes.
Correct. We're gonna
Okay,
get-
so now you're going to go to the board minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
Approval of the board minutes, May 14th, 2026. Is that a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Business. New business, donation from Paul Scott. Rocco, or Stocco?
Stopco, I'll go ahead and take actually both donations.
Okay,
I will start with Paul Stopco. He donated $150 to be used at Stony Run. He holds like 5K there, so he just likes to give back to the park. We're letting him do that, supporting his. Unless anyone has any questions, I'm happy if you would accept that donation from.
motion to accept the donation from Paul.
I'll make that motion to accept the donation.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you. And then the second donation is from the Deep River RC Flying Club. They have a flying field over at Deep River Community Park, what we refer to as Sulky Track. Last Saturday, they hold their annual open house where they open it up for any viewers. And then they give us $100 to help support the porta potty for the day there. Even though we have one there pretty much seasonally, they still have to go around the house. So that's what that means. Unless anyone has any questions, I ask for the board to please approve that donation as well.
Would there be a motion to approve the donation for the Deep River RC Flying Club?
I'll make that motion to approve the $100.
For a second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, ayes have it. Resolution concerning land plot.
This is a resolution that, we're going to donate a piece of property to the foundation. They're gonna give it over to the landowner for the property we need and we want. So, we have a very short memo of understanding rather than a contract with the commission. And the resolution would authorize deeding this property over to the commission, the foundation. And the foundation will deed it over to the gentleman. It's a corporation, I think, that owns the land that we need. And we're doing all that. To do all the bidding and everything that it's required. If we did it ourselves.
Sure.
Foundation can do it without all of that, do the bidding.
I got it. Any discussion on that? We talked about it. We need a motion for that. The motion, for the resolution to donate to the foundation, for the foundation, swap, whatever, to get the people in that we want.
Well, yeah, I'll make that motion to approve resolution, 2026 on that.
Second.
There we go. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, ayes have it. I think the plan for. Second, the plan.
Well, when somebody accepts it, you can start selling.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
You discuss.
Discussion on that, acceptance plans, we're looking over it.
What is Univar USA?
Univar hydrochloric acid for.
It's awesome. I know, that's the first answer.
You just wanted to feel.
He just wanted to say.
If you notice, the overall cost is 600, or expenses is 600-some-thousand, 284,000, maybe more like 300,000 is insurance. Is liability, property, all that.
Looks like the food and beverage is selling up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I didn't even know there's a different depth in there.
I was ordering the same thing.
We ordered it up in the first week.
I know, I've done.
Question about the insurance. I don't know if it's relevant or appropriate, but is anyone aware of any claim that we've had made on that insurance in the last 3 years?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's always things going on with that, and we are kept well abreast of what is happening. And many times that's what's gonna affect the rate of our part. But fortunately for us, we've never had anything that severe. But even the smallest claims will, I'm sorry, I said, even the small, very superstitious this group. Even the smallest claim can affect, that pricing.
Yeah.
So,
You know, this definition of small might be different than what the insurance company then puts in their reserves and all, and we do have one out there right now. Over the course of 30 years, we've had some here and there. I'm only aware of one that went to court and, but, I mean, we slips and falls and.
Yeah. But it's always a discussion, John, and it's always a discussion with our insurance company, it's with our agent. I mean, we're always having that.
Well, and I think if we wanted to discuss it more, we probably shouldn't do it now.
No, I would.
Yeah. You understand, but.
No, it's a good question and I appreciate it.
And sometimes they're fought and sometimes they're settled because the expense isn't worth the battle.
Yeah, a lot of times I don't think everybody always understands that it is a contributing factor to rates. And it's not just our rate, but it's the entire industry. So the water park's been a really hard market the last few years. And we saw softening last year just for us. That had to do with a relationship we had with somebody that came into a company that we were using. And this year they said, how did you get away with dropping them that low? Nobody's paying that low and right back up.
Yeah, and this year we're below the industry standard. They're
Still.
willing it to raise it. And we're gonna spend close to $600,000 in premiums in insurance, property, liability, auto, terrorism, all that. And that's across the entire department. I believe we have $75 million in insurable assets, those at the water park in terms of buildings and all.
Buildings and structures.
So when you look at, you know, it drives us crazy because we just, it's a lot of money.
It is a lot between that and utilities.
What is BTSI Corp?
That is Chemical Road Golf Courses.
See, I didn't say anything.
Good job.
Yeah.
Chris, you always get the big ticket out of it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you got one, another big one in there that,
Three big parks. What's the other big one?
here,
Oh, Superior.
yeah, which is,
That's chlorine and then screening, which is also.
I was actually surprised that your utility bill was not in there from NIPSCO.
I was looking at this today.
Must have just missed that. Oh.
Because that's gonna be probably for this time of the year into the,
Yeah, it should
Around
be
40.
size.
thing.
Normally, or is that with inflation from NIPSCO?
Well, I did, yeah, no, I could be wrong, I could be wrong. I always thought the high in the summer was around 70, 75, it's been going up. So, yeah, it might be a bit more now.
Right. All right,
There's some claims in here that are duplicate, in numbers, like on page 5 of 8, there's Cintas. And Cintas Corp is 2348. And if you go down Monroe Pest Control, there's 2 bills for $62. Are they just
I think the Monroe,
covered a couple of months?
yes, so Monroe comes out
Contractual.
monthly
Yeah.
for pest control at like Bella Views, the water park, and then Turkey Creek. And then Cintas, they handle some of those, they're basically.
Every time.
Yeah, I just didn't want to make sure.
Yeah. Does our format here, and it's just a regular
Yeah.
monthly contract.
Just asking,
Yeah.
if we're not paying twice.
Oh,
It's happened.
Sherry, yeah,
I
we,
caught it before, but
yeah.
this is the same, like, claim and same everything, and it was.
Sherry's pretty good at not letting that happen.
I think it's better with oral
Oh, yeah.
now in the way, but in the
Yeah.
past. I think.
Well, and she expects them. If she gets a bill she doesn't expect, or she doesn't get one she does expect, we all hear about it.
Thank you.
committee report?
Oh, you gotta vote,
All in favor to accept the acceptance of claims, is there a motion?
No, there's a motion.
There is a motion.
Okay. We just had a motion.
Is discussion over?
Just invite you to vote.
Aye.
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 No, I there. No. No, let's go and sign it. All right, we're on the report.
Committees? Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Well, there's the two board, none of the board committees met. I will tell you that they're starting the budget process. Because Scott sent something to Pam about who is gonna be on it for Oracle and if I wanted to be added. which I'm gonna see if I can, I don't have complete access to all Oracle reports because of the number of licenses I want to pay for. And, but I'm gonna see if I can get added on simply because they're all good at giving me stuff, but sometimes things get lost in the translation when I'm trying to talk to Scott. I don't want to have to walk back and forth, you know, so, but it's starting. We'll see where it goes. The only thing I've heard are rumors, so I'm gonna assume it's relatively flat to this year, although they want to make some adjustments. So that time,
Do you know when it's submitted? I'm asking because I don't know.
I don't know. You know, it used to be we had to have everything in like by this time for the board to approve the budget. That was when Dante was here. It's gotten a little bit more later because I don't think it goes downstate for a couple or so. So Scott's a little bit more, he's a little less anal. And in terms of we'll get this and we're gonna work through things and figure it out. And even the way we've submitted our budgets and finished at Oracle. And Pam, we'll figure it out, get it done, get for approval, and then Pam will have it all there and she'll go. And it will be submitted and we won't be able to touch it. So I've heard no dates. I've been trying to find dates. Scott, I have nothing.
I work with other counties too, and it's all, they do, but it's good counties.
Well, it has a lot to do, from my understanding, of the advertising of what has to be done so that.
Everybody's different.
And I think technically Scott could he could publish something that is ballparky. And then the details get worked out. The details get worked out up until the second reading in October. It's a balance. Game. So that's all I have on that I can provide for board stuff.
Okay. Who's going next?
Great. Great.
Who wants to go?
All right, let's start it off. Good evening, everybody. Start off with an update on our Veterans Memorial Parkway Trail Project, Crown Point. We've pretty much selected the Basket Arch Bridge that we'd like to use there at Broadway and on 231. And so we're hoping that'll work out. We have found with our engineer that there could be some potential cost savings, being that they're taking consideration now the embankment on both sides of Broadway from the old rail bed. So that might help us out with some of the costs there. And so that's a good thing. Also, we met with the city of Crown Point last week and went over the project with them and explained what we'd like to do. Also, they're going to take it under consideration as far as potentially partnering with us on lighting, signage on the bridge, and a connection to the Penn Oak subdivision, which is next door or real close to there. So we'll see where that goes, but we'll be communicating more here in the coming months. Also, we had a visit with the EPA at Gibson Woods this week, going over our grant for that site and also working on timelines and then finishing our quality assurance plan and getting started. So we think we're fairly close, at least with the quality assurance plan. And then if needed, they will, we believe, grant us an extension. So we could get a full 2 years to spend those dollars. So feel pretty good about that. So I think in the next month, we should be to the point where we're getting a lot closer to getting the final okay. So recently, Sasha's on the Coastal Advisory Board for DNR. I used to be on it, and they did approve our funding for the Naughton acquisition. So it got approved $500,000 in federal funds. So, you know, if we're able to get a bond issue, that will help that project a whole lot. We'll see where that goes. But at least we know we have some federal funds as well to put in for that. Your Lackawanna Trail. We've been doing some maintenance along the trail. About this time of the year, some of the native aggressives like ragweed and other things kind of rear their ugly head. Also, other invasives that are exotic. So we've been doing some bush hogging along there to help knock some of that back. We still have some natives, some native forbs along there that do have some color and so forth, but trying to do a better job of that. And also, you know, NIPSCO will be working with us in the coming year to do some more enhancements along that trail. So they look at it as pollinator habitat. So, you know, we're glad to work with them, and another pipeline company will make that happen. So that'll be good. And then also, speaking of data center, we were approached by Save the Dunes. They're working with Amazon at the Hobart data center site. So Amazon's taking into consideration some environmental projects that they might support here in the area. So I applied like 6 different projects to Amazon through Save the Dunes, projects on the Oaks Savannah Trail, Deep River County Park, some land acquisition, and they went ahead and they chose for us to submit some projects for native plant community enhancements at Deep River County Park. So we put in for 100 acres both north and south of Route 30. We will, and so we're going to be meeting here soon with staff to kind of go over a game plan on how we need to produce the documents that Amazon wants to see if this would be a project they would select. So
Just don't do it from the Amazon website.
no, that's true. Okay. Yeah.
We can do it through Amazon Prime.
Maybe you do it through, yeah, Prime member.
I don't have that.
So Craig, let me ask you this, so far, going through that process, the little bit you've dealt with them, has it been pretty easy?
Well, to be honest, what Amazon's requesting, they must be working with a environmental firm because what they're requesting is almost federal government-like.
Yeah.
Some of the
Which you're
things that- Yeah. So I mean, they're asking for good information. You know, specific species we want to target, existing richness of the plant communities, which we have some idea of because we did natural areas report, natural area community assessments on both sides of 30 at Deep River years ago. So we have a baseline to go from. So we just need to get out, do some walking on the property, find out what we have. We kind of know what we have, but we need to make sure. And then just go back to them with what they need. They need GIS information, acreages, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see where it goes, but you know, potentially it could be $600,000 worth of enhancement work.
They're pretty difficult to deal with. I'm just curious, like at least on the building side, anyway, like jumping through hoops with.
Well, yeah.
You got 17 lawyers you're dealing with and stuff. Fast volunteer about that.
Yeah, so
Yeah. I think it all operates the same way. That's why I was other than clicking on the button like Chris said, that's the easy part.
always glass half full, so we'll see.
Some money on it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then that's what I got for you.
Okay. Anything exciting is that, Craig? I'm sorry. Over at Bellaboo's, they kind of wrapped up May, ends their field trip season, discovery trips. But their water features are now open there, and it's always a big hit for everyone, both kids and adults alike. I don't think we ever thought it would take off for adults, but even my neighbors the other day posted, the husband was there splashing, having quite a bit of fun in the water. Actually, I was glad I wasn't there that day, so they didn't feel. So that's Bellaboo's. Buckley, they were in the same boat, wrapping up their spring hands-on tours. They did about 2,100 students through between April and May, which is pretty much capacity for them. I mean, they're doing as much as they could with all of that. So that was good. Story time on the farm returned. That's in days in June. The first one was goats, and they had about 250 people to see that story visit with the goats. Last week was feathered friends around for that. And then over the next several days, Buckley is going to be host to a couple of America 250 events down there. Tomorrow night, it's a ticketed event. It's actually sold out. It's 2 shows. Hope lights the way. And it's a lantern lit walk around the Buckley property, kind of telling the story of how America evolved in 250 years. And then on Saturday, it is a free program. It's our History Speaks America 250. That's from 10 to 3. And that's going to feature historical interpreters, Abraham Lincoln, Al Capone was big at the Buckley. There's some history of Al Capone there. Martin Luther King Jr. So you kind of see the wide range there. That is a free event. There'll be music, hands-on activities, food. But this is a event that's also brought on with help from the Crown Point Public Library, Indiana Humanities, Indiana Historical Society, the Civil War Roundtable, and Lake County Historical society and funding grants that these groups got to get that, this upgrade program. Deep River County Park and Big Maple, that comfort station dedication did take place in May, thanks to Diane. It was a nice event. Bill's family was able to make it out for that, so it was really nice. We actually didn't know that they were able to get Bill out to the site and see the photo before he passed away. So that was cool. We got some press out there. Had some lemonade, some brownies. So it was a nice little event, and it's been popular. I think everyone's liked it. The family really liked the interior, and they were happy. And I think they even quoted and said, you know, Bill understood the importance of the bathroom, the work that he did with McDonald's.
And we did cut toilet paper.
Yes, we did. The Jim's giant scissors, we did cut. So it was nice to see that. And then this past Saturday, which actually happened to fall on a DNR free fishing day or license free fishing day. It was the first time we partnered with Friends of Fishing. They used to be at Porter County and lost their space. So they contacted us and asked about Big Maple potentially host. So we did. They came out with just a ton of tiers at 100 kids to in attendance for that. So it was a nice event, park staff and program to continue that.
Great visuals, by the way. Looking at pictures from that day. Great visuals, yeah. A lot of kids, a lot of people, a lot of kids. Yeah.
Initially happy to take it, then got a little worried because just didn't know what to expect. They had lots of questions, and you know, they were out of silence. And that night, sent an email. You want to do this again next year? This was great. This was great for the parks. It got kids out. And so it was really nice to see that. And then finally at Lemon Lake, Crown Point Youth Soccer wrapped up their spring season. They had about 600 participants for their spring over at Lemon Lake this year. And the dog park, a little update there.
Yeah.
We were contacted by the surveyor's office, right?
Yeah.
Surveyor's office.
From the
Because
county?
from the county,
Yeah.
Drainage really kind of.
They were doing some work at the fairgrounds. They needed to get rid of some dirt. Since we have a spot or soil, thank you, Craig. I'm so sorry.
Muddy soil.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's add this to that.
But they wanted to get rid of, and we knew we had some low spots in that dog park to take care of. So we went ahead and said, all right, well, this is gonna start the project for the dog park. Fencing's ripped out, Delta 3 was out. Like, yep,
Yeah.
Delta was out. We worked with them before.
I haven't seen them there. What?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But Andrew got the fencing ripped out there, Delta's went out on the soil, and Delta did some grading. After seeing pictures, you know, there's still some work we need to do, but this was a good, I think, jumping point for us. Just,
Yeah.
all right, let's do this. We did,
The soil has turned to muddy dirt because they had a bit of rain.
you know, I don't know where all the numbers ended up initially, but we ended up contacting all the current dog pass owners. He said, hey, this is our plan, this is what we're doing, we're just gonna offer you a refund. We don't know what this is gonna take. You know, keep your parking pass, have your refund. I think the first 4 people that Sarah talked to, 3 of out of the 4, like, just keep it. Like, we want to see these improvements. So it was nice to hear that. I don't know if it really ended up in the end. She has a family. Didn't want to hear it. We have started that process.
Thank you. It's only been 5 years.
When the surveyor contacted us, he said, unless Dave Uzelak's gonna use it, in which
Yeah.
case I'm giving. Yeah, they said.
So unless anyone has any questions, I think.
Cool. I'll go ahead and go. The golf courses both had really good months up until this last week.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think there's something down at Cedar Creek.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's insane. The pictures down there.
Yeah, that's, I drove by it and there's the water.
There's, I think it's 7 of the 9 reasons.
Unbelievable.
Insane. The pump house for the irrigation was half up. It's crazy the amount of water down there for these rains. Chris was hoping to get the driving range open this weekend though. But Chris was just gonna be just a lot of rain. And
Yeah,
more coming, you know, hopefully. It's good for filming pools. Not the water park. The water park is open now. We're in the stretch where we're open daily all the way until schools go back in August. So far the season's off to an all right kind of start. Definitely better than last year. I know staff's really encouraged. We're pretty much at a full boat of hiring. There's pretty much full, which is something I probably haven't been able to say in a very long time in water park, especially in water safety. We hired about 250 lifeguards / site attendants, and for the first time probably since pre-COVID, we're 100%. We have 260, I think, right now. We were able to cancel our June lifeguarding class, which once again is something that we haven't.
We haven't done that in a long time
I
either.
can't even tell you the last time that something like that would have been done. But the good news is with that, like staff's really excited. This plethora of lifeguards has allowed us to get back into offering swim lessons for the community. That just started this week. We're doing that 2 days a week for the next 4 weeks. We have 30 kids sign up for that, which is really encouraging to get back into it. Again, swim lessons, something that we haven't done just because we haven't had the staff to be able to put towards doing it. And also, they're also doing something called Guard Start, which is for kids aged 10 to 14, and you kind of just bring them in for like a week, and they kind of run through like a lifeguarding class, and to get kids interested in lifeguarding right before they turn 15, and they can conveniently work for it. But it works out. That's actually had a lot better interest than the swim lessons. That might actually be full, just because the parents could drop their kids off at the park and for 6 hours a day. So that class runs, that Guard Start class runs for a week. But yes, staff really excited about that. That's coming in, and we're getting ready to start buyout season as well, which I believe that calendar is pretty much just about full. We had a group of 100 people booked today. They're paying the full price for Chicago. It's a group out of Chicago that is paying me like $10,000 for a 2-hour buyout for 100 people out of Chicago. So that should be an interesting buyout. And then the first guy,
161.
it's a
Yeah, and we
It
did.
was real safe.
it's supposed to be better. It's just for the school lunch, and then there's adult embarrassment.
No, it's like a different one. It's like a kid graduation.
Yeah. And then finally, the first buyout that we're throwing ourselves is coming up on June 28th. It's a schools out kind of celebration, and tickets for that can be bought online. Just an exclusive night. We're limiting it to 2,000 people. So if everybody would put them out for that, it's kind of a more private, hopefully private kind of night. And hopefully weather will be nice. Other than that, that concludes my report.
Great. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot, but I will say that, you know, our park services staff over there, pretty proud of at least the carpentry group especially. They've been really hitting it lately. They've done quite a bit of work. They're at the Sugar Shack now, making the walls a little more structurally sound, according to them. And got a couple guys on there also that are doing cameras, fixing a lot of lighting that we haven't had done in a while. But it's been nice having a can-do group of guys. You say, hey, listen, we're looking at using this building here. Doors are messed up. They're on it.
They finished Big Maple.
Yeah, they're on it. And so really pleased with that. Single out Eric as the head of the group there, doing a fantastic job keeping everybody going. And even in the mechanic side, you know, those guys are getting it this time of year between lawnmowers and golf carts, and, you know, the golfers are making it their mission to mess up steering racks this year for some reason. And so, yeah, those guys are really, and there's been a limited number of them. So it's been a struggle, but they're starting to finally make some headway, which feels pretty good. Hopefully nobody else breaks anything. I know, crazy, but so there's that. Jim already mentioned the budget. I will mention briefly that we had a management training seminar for some staff, handpicked by the different superintendents. And it was High Road Management Training, who we're familiar with through the World Water Park Association. And we got responses from them and from our staff members that went. And it all went really well. And it was something that I believe the foundation did end up paying for the time of the trainers. So the department really wasn't out anything, but I think it went really well. And it's the kind of thing that we've been needing to do, starting to invest in some of our people. And I was happy to see how that worked out. As far as the numbers are going, we're okay. It is scary because we know that we're not getting the tax dollars we should be getting, you know, the different draws. And so that's pretty nerve wracking. But other than that, I mean, there's not much else I can say. That's really all I have unless you want to add.
Well, the tax dollars, and I've probably mentioned this before, the income tax is down because of all kinds of issues that county. It should be made up in property taxes, but we won't, and it should be made up dollar for dollar. And we won't know that to the end of June, when the property taxes come in. So
And then at
hopefully
the end
that's
of the
true.
year.
Chris mentioned he said the mechanics, and I just think that's really kind of fun, because we're talking about Rich and Jamie, who is normally in the summer just stationed at Turkey Creek to fix their problems, has been bouncing around, and Rich is, he's a little older than I am, and he's got his health problems here. He has done, say something nice about Rich. He's done a lot to keep things moving.
He really has.
And we've been down because,
And keeping himself moving.
keeping him, I mean, really, his health issues are very serious, and he's still working. He doesn't want to stay home and fret about it. He's
As
been-
much as we've begged him to.
God love him. And then about the high roads management, and it's actually on one of my things on my filing cabinet. I have a thing I told staff, there's this statement that the CFO asked the CEO, what if we invest this money and the people leave? And the CEO says, what if we don't invest it and they stay? And that's been our problem. We have not been investing in staff. It's hard. Money is an issue. Time is the huge issue, and getting everybody together. And we're really trying to make headway into getting a better trained staff in a variety of things, whether it's management, finances, and we haven't begun to touch skills like chainsaws, how to sharpen mower blades correctly, how to do all. It seems so, but it's hard.
It is hard.
To get everybody together.
Trying to get them all together at the same time.
And we do have turnover, and we don't, the number of well-seasoned staff has slowly shifted over the years. And and I'm thankful to the foundation to help support that. 'Cause I don't know how it would happen otherwise. Yeah. And it's always hard for us to pick a time when we can get people together, because we do so much and they're all working in Bellevue and water park.
We really, in this, there was like literally a 3-day window of being able to get these people together. So
And we've heard nothing but good comments.
we were able to take advantage of it. It was a big deal.
So anyway, that's it. And,
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Any other discussion? Motion? Adjourn?
Take care.
So moved.
There we go. All right. Yep. What, dude?